Oh, anyways. All right, cool. Let's do this. All right. All right.
Recording it.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I didn't see it.
What happened?
I thought you weren't recording it, but I see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Do You Mind If I Call You Bitch? It's a podcast where it's a lot more lighthearted than the name suggests. We don't go as hard as just be throwing bitch around, but we do want to know how people feel about it, especially black women in America. They have their complaints, they have their victories, they have their stories, and that's why this platform is created, for them to be able to talk their shit. And for you guys to listen, for me to learn. That's why I always try to make sure that I am outnumbered by black women on this podcast, so that I can't even. I can't even, my 2 cents won't even matter, basically. So my name is Rudy Wilson, one of your hosts, of course. Got a brand new host with me this week, but you've seen her before. If you know me, she's been at my table reads for scripts. She's been on other podcasts, roasting podcasts, but this is the homie from Dade County, but she's here by way of LA, California, Miss Meggie Cherilus. What's
Hi,
poppin'?
everybody. It's Meggie Megs. I'm the new host for Do You Mind If I Call You a Bitch? You will be seeing me on this podcast now until indefinitely, and I'm here to talk shit.
I know that's right.
And for any Tanisha fans out there, she didn't get fired. She's just busy. You know what I'm saying? So she'll be in and out as she can. She's not like, we didn't like fall out or fight. She just, she's busy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just is what it is. So anyways, we always bring a special guest on. This is a person that I've actually known for a while. I can't even think of what year it was we, I guess, officially met. But we'll talk about it deeper. Somewhere around, I would just say 2000, I don't know, 9, 10-ish, something, whatever.
9, 10-ish.
Right, in that range. We went to college together. She actually married a pretty good friend of mine. Very somebody who should be doing comedy himself. She is an athlete, a mother of 2. We're gonna get deep into all that type of stuff, but glad to have her, Miss Ashley Stewart. What's poppin'?
Hey y'all, I'm here. And you said Jeff should be a comedian. Everyone thinks that he's so funny. Living with him, he's so irritating. I have to tell everybody that, like, no, he's real irritating.
The thing about it is, he's told me that before. Like, he's told me that, like, we've talked on off to the side. He was like, Ashley is the only person who don't think I'm funny. And I told him, I said, that's how you know you killing, because if the person you live with is aggravated with it, but everybody else love it, you got something. I promise you. No, I'm telling you. That's what it is. Everybody thinks Jerk is funny, but her, so it makes sense.
But me, I'm not 100% serious.
No, that's lit though. We're glad to have you here. Where are you guys located right now? Because I know, I met both of y'all in Jacksonville. You're originally from DC, which we'll get into in a minute. But I know Jerk is a Navy man, a seaman. What are they called? A shoreman. I don't know.
He in the Navy. He in the Navy.
I was trying to be respectful. Okay, well,
I know they do be calling them. They do say seaman, but that should just be sounding gross, right? Like, I just be like, he in the Navy.
Spelled differently or what?
Yeah, it's spelled like the sea, like SEA. Yeah. But it's.
But yeah, we're stationed. We're in Norfolk, Virginia.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm in the VA.
And is that pretty cool for you in the sense of proximity to home, or would you wish you were further away?
It's pretty cool. Like, because before we were in San Diego, which was super far. So his family is mostly in Atlanta, and mine is in DC. So they get to see the grandkids and stuff a little bit more. But I don't have a lot of company. I like to be in my house. So even though I'm like 3 hours away from DC, I don't know the last time I went to DC.
Gotcha.
Driver got this.
Right.
I know. And I got a dog too. You know, I got to put her up in doggy daycare and all that. It's not worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it to go see family.
Dogs be lit these days. They be having doggy hotels and everything. Like you go to like apartment hunting, like you go to like the leasing office, doggy biscuits, water, and all this type of stuff. They don't even have food for humans. It's not a thing.
And my family is like, I'm like, they always like, you're gonna come to DC. I'm like, well, we gotta put Brooklyn up, and that's like $55 a day. And they like, y'all don't just chain her in. My father like, you don't chain her in the backyard and just leave her some food. And I'm like, whoa, that's torture.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving my dog in the backyard.
Especially not these days. You'll go to jail. You'll go to jail.
It's coming.
So talk to us real quick. Tell us, we'll start with your childhood and your upbringing. Tell us what was it like growing up in DC? What side were you from? Which I already know which is the hood. But just, tell us about it.
But for real, like I'm from like Southeast DC. I didn't really know it was hood until I left.
And was your first time leaving when you went to college?
See, no, I mean,
okay.
Not really, because I ran track my whole life since like 6th grade.
Okay.
So gotcha. I've always been like running out of town and stuff like that. But so besides like a week, yes, that was like the longest I have left DC. But yeah, growing up in DC, for me, it was fun. I mean, a lot of people be saying, it's like the hood when they go there, but when you're raised in the hood and that's all you know, it's just like, it's just like whatever. But I can say that it was good that I did get out of DC. And I mean, even though I left and went to Jacksonville, first of all, they sold me a story, all right? They told me we was like 5 minutes away from the beach and all this stuff. I was like, cool.
They told all of us that. We got the same story. It's the same.
Good. Okay. I feel hoodwinked. So they need to work on that. So we stayed on the airport. We stayed in the hotels by the airport. So I'm like, dang, we seeing all the palm trees, from the hood. We ain't got no palm trees. We got, regular ass trees, and we got pigeons and shit. So I'm like, oh shit, ain't no pigeons outside. We got palm trees. My mother was like, oh, I don't think your school on this side. I'm like, Mom, it's Florida. Everywhere gonna look like this. Like it's everywhere gonna look like this. But when we got over that sign, over that bridge, we rolled past either about 3 times. I was like, this is not it. No, you gotta keep going. It was like, Mom, no, this is not it. So my mom was like, well, this is it, Ash. I was like, Mom, no. They said it was by the beach. There's no beach.
I don't even. Go ahead, Megan.
No. Go ahead.
All I was gonna say was I don't even know why they put the beach on the brochure, because it's literally like even without traffic, it's 35, 40 minutes easy. Like
the military coerced you guys? Is that what it was?
No, we're talking about college.
No, college.
Yeah. College, yeah. Because basically what she's saying is she already was growing up in the hood, and then our college is flat out in the hood. Like it is in the hood of Jacksonville.
So I'm like from the hood.
It's called Edward Waters College. A small HBCU.
Go there.
Oh really? Oh wow. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
I mean, I love EW though, but I'm just saying I felt like as a kid, I'm like, yes, I made it out the hood, and I'm going. And I'm going back to the hood. It was it was right back in the hood, my guy. So my mom and stuff. So I stayed in Salter Hall. So as a freshman, I wasn't even supposed to stay in there.
Right.
And me and Levette. So we were roommates. We both came from college. High school and stuff together. So we were roommates. I'm like, Mom, I'm not taking no shower in here. Like, we're not doing this. So my mom stayed down there for like a week. I showered in her hotel for a whole week. Like, I wasn't doing this. I just was not messing with it. But one thing I can say, like, leaving DC, it changed a lot. Like, because my mentality was like way different from DC. Like, when I was in DC, like, you don't look at nobody. It's like, what you looking at? You trying to fight? Like, what's up with you? You tripping? Like, what are you looking at? And then in Florida, everybody just be looking at you. I'm like, what the hell? Do everybody want to fight me? Like, what's up with everybody down here? But
man, they just
no, but I ain't like it. It's just coming from where I'm coming from. It's just like you don't look at people like that.
It means
But
something different.
I was like, oh yeah. But
Right.
everybody just was friendly in Florida. Be like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm like, oh, people speaking. Oh, hey y'all.
Right.
And then like I don't know how I got this, like, people thought I was like a bitch at EW like my first year. And like after that, then everyone was like, oh, you really cool. I'm like, dang, y'all need to give me a chance. Like everybody used to be like, I thought you was this stuck up bitch, just did not like people. And I was like, I probably didn't.
Do you have like resting bitch face or anything like that? Like especially
I
at
don't
that
think
time?
so. I think I'm really friendly. Like I'm like this the whole time. But it's like, but if I don't know you, then I don't talk to you.
Got you.
Resting bitch face is just your natural face. Like it's not. You don't do nothing. You're not angry. You're not mean mugging. You just.
It's just like.
But I'm saying, but I have a cousin whose natural face looks very, very intimidating, and she's a female. And if you don't know her, like you would really think like she's not, but she's very, very welcoming. Like if you speak, her entire it'll go straight to a smile, whatever. But just her just sitting there and her whatever, it is like, nah, I ain't even.
But
you know what I'm saying?
To answer your question, I don't think I have resting bitch face. I just think like it was like when I first got there, it was a whole lot of people from DC and we was just clicked up. It was just like we ain't need nobody because we had a whole bunch of people from DC and we all went to the same high school. So it was just like that.
If EWC wasn't in Florida, if it was a little further north, I think the DC people would have outnumbered the Florida people. I think only because it was in Florida, that's why it was more Florida people. But DC was deep. There was a lot of DC motherfuckers, a lot.
Yeah, and then it was like everybody from DC was cool. Like you ain't never seen nobody from DC. You be like, I hate them.
Right. True. That's
true. So how did so many DCians end
DCians.
up in
Washingtonians.
Washington. I didn't know the proper term. But it was just honestly the college that recruited everybody into. Oh.
Yeah, they really just came out of school and like recruited everybody. Everybody was in that motherfucker. It was cool though. EW was cool, especially like freshman year was like club subs and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't even tell you. So like my freshman, when I first got there, we was doing all our registration and stuff. So me and my mom had a huge like argument on the way down there because she was like, "You running track?" I'm like, "Bro, no, I'm not. I'm grown now. I'm 18.
Right.
I'm done with running track. I've been running track like since sixth grade. Indoor track, outdoor track, summer track. I was like, bro, I'm done. She was like, yeah, I was like, I want to be a regular kid. I want to be a regular student. She was like, absolutely not happening. You've been running track all these damn years for free. Your ass is about to get paid and do it now. I'm like, all right, no. She goes and like, she's walking around asking everyone, who's the track coach? Who's the track coach? Pull me to Coach Gallen. And Coach Gallen, he was like, you want to run with us? He was making it seem like the track team was just impossible to get on, right? So I was like, damn, like, I'm about to get out here and get my ass bust by these girls, but
wasn't the case.
Not at all.
But the track team was them my friends. I still talk to a lot of them today.
My friends.
They're my friends.
They wasn't shit at running, but they my friends though. They my friends.
Couple of them wasn't.
What so was EWC like a last choice or only choice for you?
No, it was the furthest choice.
Okay.
I didn't want to be nowhere near DC. I just did not want to be near DC. I had like friends getting pregnant.
Oh, so you mean furthest choice meaning like the furthest option away from home?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant like your last choice on your college list.
I got that.
I didn't want to be near DC. I wanted to experience myself, and I didn't. I was raised by my mom and dad, but when I got in like sixth grade, I went and lived with my dad all the way until like 12. So I didn't want my dad to pull up. 3 hours away, he's still pulling up. I was like, I didn't want none of that. He drive for a living. So I'm like, no, I'm getting the fuck away. He ain't driving out to Florida. Okay. Right. So I was like, I'm going to Florida. So in Florida, the only options I had was EW and Flomo. I was like, damn, Flomo is hella far. I'm gonna come right here.
Yeah. That's a whole nother 5 hours.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna just do this. Yeah, I ain't never want to leave EW until they was talking about, until they found that head on campus that year. I was like, Dad, they tripping down here. They cutting bitches' heads off. Somebody needs to come get me.
Y'all want to tell that story real quick, or should I just Google
The story that I got, because
I don't really know.
Yeah, it was so basically like some male freshman students found it, but like it was like on our campus, but near our campus. But you have to understand how our campus is built. Like our campus
is not built.
Yeah, like it's not gated off. Like we got like a couple buildings in somebody's hood. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not so like, you know, like people can so like if something can be on our campus but technically not belong to us. So like this part of land or whatever did not belong to our college campus, but you could walk past it being on our campus, you know, at any given time, if that makes sense. And basically there was a woman's body that was separated from her head. And that was from the result of her son being strung out on something, and he actually did it. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I was like, yeah, Dad, I don't know what's going on. They cutting bitches' heads off. Somebody need to come get me.
Yeah, it was no, it's but like you said, to EWC's credit, I mean, it definitely, like, and I learned this from playing football there. Like we used to, you know, play, you know, because we was sorry enough, we used to be somebody else's homecoming team. So we used to experience bigger schools' homecomings. And so we and not the whole thing, but just at least the day of the, you know, the game, whatever. So we even had times after the game we could like walk the campus a little bit, see whatever, and like we seen what like a real homecoming would look like. But for our level of school, I think like once you kind of bought into like the small community that we work, because you talking about this is a small school, Meggie. You talking about not even 1,000 students. You know what I'm saying? Like not even 1,000.
Everybody knows. Yeah,
this is a college. Like every sport, every fraternity, sorority, like this is a full-blown college, but like you know every single person on campus.
Oh wow.
So
but when I grow up, after I left EW or my senior year, like when I really started to like appreciate it being small and like your professors actually really knowing your name or all that stuff.
You could text your professor. Yeah. Yeah.
My professor used to call Coach Gallen.
Right. So yeah, no. So I mean, it definitely had its perks. I wouldn't have necessarily traded for the world. Like I would have just wished more things would have happened at different times, but I wouldn't necessarily chosen a different school. Like the people that I met, the relationships I made, or whatever. Like you know, EW was a good time.
Yeah, especially now they on the rise.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Football, Rudy, they had you playing. They had you practicing in the dirt. They got a whole field now.
Yeah, they got a whole stadium now. But you know, hey, so I always tell people who play football with me, we were the civil rights movement of the EWC football program, so that everybody now can have it good, because we was listen.
I paved the way.
We was fucked up out there. We had some shitty conditions. You hear me? But enough about me. So let me ask you this. So I always like to kind of do like a comparison and contrast. And I know you spent majority of your childhood in DC. But even just from the DC, just say high school to college, dealing with the two different types of men. So you got the DC guys, and then you got the Florida guys or whoever else that you met like in college. What's the compare and contrast between those two type of gentlemen?
Those two type of gentlemen. Okay, so DC people be like super hood. Like, I mean, to an extent, like be like disrespectful. You already know somebody from DC coming up to you. You like, what's up? You already like, what's up? Because you already know they ain't about to come at you like with respect. They already gonna be coming at you like, what's up with you? Oh, I'm trying to. Nah, we ain't with that.
Right.
Florida, I think Florida boys. But it's a difference because Miami boys and then like Jacksonville boys, those are two different boys.
Wait. Florida and Miami are two
different places. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like you can't really say, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But one thing that I can say that Florida boys, a lot of them do have, no matter how, you know, reckless they can be, they're respectful. Something like mostly, you know, they're respectful. Right.
It's the Southern hospitality. That's what it is.
I think so, because DC people, we don't got that. I had to come to Florida to get it. We don't got it.
What would you say the difference is between Jacksonville and Miami guys? Like, what's that whole distinction?
See, you trying to break up a marriage or what?
What?
No, I'm playing. So I ain't really talked to nobody from Jacksonville, and I never really talked to nobody from Miami. But seeing those two, it'd be like Miami, you could get like a real good guy, or you can get like a real super hood guy with goals all in his mouth.
Right.
And the way they talk too. I heard one boy tell a girl, "Oh, you need to go brush your teeth. You need to go brush your mouth." I said, "Your mouth."
Your mouth.
Sir, that word is called mouth.
Mouth.
You need to go brush your mouth. I'm like, whoa, that's disrespectful. But at the same time, he let her know her breath was stank.
Right,
So
for sure.
Courteous.
But I don't know. I really think men gonna come at you depending on how you are. I feel like even if you're classy and a hood nigga you attracted to you, they gonna put themselves together a certain way because they know what you already about. So I feel like how people come at you is on how you carry yourself for real. That's how I feel. Don't matter.
It's an old saying: men will do as much as you let them get away with. And that goes.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about men. It don't matter where you from or where you at. Even like what happened? I went before all the COVID stuff had started. I had went to a lounge or bar or whatever, and this boy, he came up to me. He was like, "I think you're really a beautiful woman." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "I'm married," because I'm not one of them people who be like, "Don't talk to me, married." I'm like, I'm like, I don't do that. I'd be like, yeah, thank you. How you doing? Because you don't know what kind of day this man have. He might slap the hell out of me. So I always talk to people nice. I'm like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm married. And he was like, dang, you married? That's good. Like, he was happy. I was like, oh, y'all different. Y'all different. He was like, dang, that's a beautiful thing. You don't see that out here too much. I was like, oh, you're respectful. I wanted you to be respectful, but
wait, and you said this was in Virginia? Oh wow. Gotcha.
I had to tell Jeff. I said, dang, he respected that I was in a marriage.
A whole marriage nigga respecting.
He was very respectful.
Have you ever dated outside of Black people, African Americans, or dark skinned?
I tried, but it didn't work. Oh. It was a white boy. He was just weird. Like, he was super weird to me. Like,
how old were you when this happened?
I was a freshman in college. Cause growing up in DC, like growing up in Southeast DC, is literally no white people there. Like, sure. I went to a high school with no white people. No, I went to a college with mostly all Black people. Only all the white people for me was on the baseball.
They played baseball team, right? I'm about to say baseball. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, not saying that I used to try to fuck somebody on a baseball team, because I just said that's what all the white people was. But no,
right.
But no, like, it was just weird. Their facial hair grow different, so it's a little bit more prickly.
Different.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
it's a difference. The lips aren't full.
Grow different.
Yes, because okay, somebody Black got facial hair, that shit kind of laying down. Like, white people, that shit kind of like stick out, so it's prickly. It's it's a little prickly. Don't nobody want that shit up on their face. It was just like, this not for me.
Any other place.
Say it again, Meggie.
I said nobody want to feel that sensation on their face or any other place.
Exactly.
Any other place.
Oh, I didn't get that far. The face on the head was enough for me.
I can say that.
I'm married, but my husband already know. He already know who I am. But I didn't get that far because it just was like too weird. Like, I remember we had went out to a bar and we were dancing, and I just was like, if you dance like this, my God, she gonna shake it. No, sir. Got to go. You will not waste my time any more.
And so how long was that attempt? How long did that attempt last? Was it like a week, a month? What was this?
It probably was like no longer than 3 months. Cause I'm like such a nice person. Like I don't really want. I'm never that person to be like. We went to the bar and you couldn't even dance. Bye. Like I just was like, and your facial hair keep growing back every day. You shaved yesterday and it's growing back.
Don't like it. Okay.
Jeff, call your brother. He calling.
Got you. So that was so
it just was like.
So are you? So piggybacking off of that. So are you? She's still getting a phone call.
That's Jeff, bro.
You gotta let your people know that you unavailable.
I'm on Jeff's iPad. His brother just keep calling.
What
you saying, Rudy? Sorry.
No, that's all good. It's all good. What I was saying to piggyback off of that, what are your views in reference to the whole like black-white relations, and especially due to recent, times, and especially like so. I guess the full question is, I understand your trauma, kind of steered you away, but but outside of that bad experience, what are your views on that in reference to just like the interracial dating, especially due to everything that's going on?
I come from a family who like you need to bring back home a black man type of situation. But my sister is married to a Mexican. He's Mexican. So for my views on that, I feel like love is love. That I'm just that type of person. Like if you love outside your race, then do it. And if you love inside your race, do it. I feel like love is love. Like I feel like love doesn't have a color. So I'm for it.
So you don't have any I guess in any negative outlook in reference to like, because a lot of black people like really stress black love. You know what I'm saying? Not so much that it's a knock against a white person, but it's more or less. I would much rather see a full black family, full black successful family, as opposed to this white spot leading to these light skinned kids. You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel that way.
Okay, gotcha.
I just don't. I feel like love is just love. Like I feel like people look at Jeff and I, and a lot of people always just is like, "Oh, you and Jeff are goals," or y'all this, y'all that. I'm like, y'all know what we doing behind closed doors. I could hate the hell out of Jeff behind closed doors.
Right.
Yeah, but I just feel like if a black man loves a white woman, who are we? Who are we to tell somebody that you can't love him and you can't be a successful couple because you're interracial? Like now you're being judgmental. So I just I stay in my own little lane. I worry about my own little family. And if I see an interracial family walking down, hey, how y'all doing? Shit, they might help me out. So I just be like, hey, I just try to mind my own little business. Me and my little family. Plenty of time people come up to me, ask me if my kids mixed.
They light skinned. They look light skinned. They a
little light skinned, but they don't look. I don't think they look mixed.
They don't look mixed, but they light skinned.
And then a black girl came up to me and asked me in Walmart, was my baby daddy Mexican? Excuse me, your baby daddy Mexican?
She just walked up to you and asked you that?
Yes, I mean a lot of people tell me my kids that do look Spanish, but she's like, she said, "Excuse me, your baby daddy Mexican?" I said, my baby daddy. I said, actually, my husband is actually black. I was like, yeah, no. And a lot of people always ask, what your kids mix with? They mix with black and black. Like I always tell them that. Like, damn, black is beautiful. We come in all shades, shades of colors.
That's real.
Yeah.
Two dark people could get together, have a baby that's lighter than both of them because Eve G.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But so of your question, if you white and you love somebody black, go ahead. Because I feel like why people really date interracially, because it's like white I was looking at this little thing these little kids was doing on Facebook, right? And this little black boy, he going up to different black boys. Like, y'all like black women or white women? They like, oh, we like white women. We like white women. They nasty. They freaky. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, you know, you're not about to get that with this black girl. Okay, we're going to say something back. And then I feel like a lot of times black women may like a white man because he may tend to her every needs. It just depends. I guess it depends on the person. So
right. That's real.
I'm here for it.
That's real.
I just really don't think a white person is time enough for me. A white man is time enough for me, unless he was raised in the hood.
The only time I feel like there's ever a problem with interracial relationships is when it's for, you know, it's a fantasy that.
Yeah, they call me your slave. Call me your slave on it. Then you like, oh, I thought we were together.
Like this white cock.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't say cock.
We don't say cock.
We don't say that word, mister. Jesus Christ.
See, stuff like that is just automatically turning on. I mean, off.
Right. Cock.
That's how I say check.
Take off your shirt. Let me see your rack.
For real, and I ain't got time to explain to a white man when I taking my wig off and hanging that bitch up and brushing her like she's real. I ain't got time to explain that. When I take this motherfucking head off, this wig come with it, okay?
Right.
Black women.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So
I got time to be explaining that.
So what are your outlooks just on the black man in general? Whether you can make it as broad as like as far as like dating with chivalry, you can just how they just interact with women in general, or how they defend, don't defend, all the above.
I was raised by a black man, so I said I went to live with my dad in like 6th grade. And my father is like the type of man that's like, I feel like if I can do it better, then I'm taking my kids. My father raised all his kids. He got 6. Took them from their moms, and he raised us. But I mean, I saw everybody, when I tell people that, they like, so you don't never see your mama? Yes, I went to her house on the weekends. But my dad was like, I'm doing this on the weekend. You don't really see too many fathers like that. So I always tell people growing up, I was a equally balanced kid, because on the weekday my dad was strict. It was like, you go to your practices, you come home, you cook, you clean, you take your shower, you do your homework, you go to sleep, you wake up and do it again. It wasn't no going outside playing with friends on weekdays when I lived with my dad. But on the weekends at my mama's house, we in the streets, okay? I ain't coming home to that. We out here. I was equally balanced as a kid, because like those little 2 days on the weekends was all I needed. I was gone, you know what I mean? I was out here.
Gotcha.
So, and a lot of people say like my husband reminds them of my dad. My Jeff and my dad's birthday is both December 8th.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I know. Yeah, so you a Sagittarius?
Yeah.
Me too, November 28th.
Hey, the 14th.
The 14th.
So for me, I think black men don't get enough credit. Like, I'm a teacher.
Oh wow.
For kindergarten, and
this is the first on this podcast. I'm curious to hear this.
Right? I'm a teacher assistant for kindergarten, but so literally on my Zoom, it's all dads sitting with their kids. Literally, all black dads. And I was like, I'm just, sometimes I sit back and look at this. Like, they don't even get enough credit. But at the same time, I'm like, it's crazy that the men period get like this bad rep or whatever. Like, why do I have to sit back and be like, dang, look at all these black fathers up here? I wouldn't say that if it was all white fathers up there. It's just like, why do I don't understand like why we got to do that, because so many fathers that then fucked up, but I'm pretty sure so many white fathers that fucked up too. But
no, for sure.
Right. I just was like, dang, I'm just looking back like, dang, look at all these black fathers up here just chilling. But then the second part was like, damn, why do I even care that it's all black fathers? Right. So, yeah, man. I feel like people always now, Megan Thee Stallion got protect us Black women and everything that happened. I feel like Black women are undervalued, and because sometimes it's just like.
Sorry to cut you off, but by the Black man, or you mean like who all fits the category? Everybody.
Everyone.
Okay.
That's true.
Gotcha.
Everyone.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
And I just feel that way is just because it's just like, I mean, a lot of people are always like, why would you feel this way? You're a Black woman. You're married to a Black man. I didn't say my Black man did it. I didn't say that. But I'm just trying to speak for women in general. Like, plenty women, like I talked to a lady who's I've been talking to her, and she's going to nursing school. She got 3 kids. She doing all this stuff by herself, and it's just like no man nowhere near her. And I'm pretty sure she don't get it appreciated how she is. It's just the world we live in today. And I think a lot of people get so used to it, or it's normalized so much that everybody just fall victim to it for real.
Right.
But it's up to us to change the norm. That's why.
Yeah, I feel like it is changing though. We're trying to.
No choice, like the saying, there's only up from the bottom, and good Lord, Black people in general have been at the bottom for
ever.
Jesus Christ, forever,
right?
Forever.
Mm-hmm.
And our generation, millennials, Gen Z, whatever, that's not taking the bullshit. And with that, it's up to us to both equally uplift our Black man and protect the Black women.
Yes, I feel like it can be done.
We can. We doing it. You got the rock. Obvious it can be done. But
yeah.
Doing it.
But see, you know what my theory is, because I don't really know like who technically created the just say like the structure. And what I mean by the structure is like the man being the dominant one over the woman. Now you can go back to like Bible, or you could just look at how white men treated white women. Because even like at a certain point in time, white women just was barely above niggas. You know what I'm saying? So there's always I guess some type of hierarchy, and it's always put the woman lesser than the man. So like when you're a Black person, like you deal with Black people problems, and then on top of that, now you're a woman, so now you're dealing with Black people and women problems. You feel what I'm saying? And so you know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like the gender part of the Black man has held on to the structure that may have been created by whomever. I don't know.
Whoever, yeah.
But right, but so we only really identify with y'all's Black struggles, but we don't identify with the gender struggles because we've never had the gender struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like even like the only way that a woman was really kind of in a better situation than the man, especially if you go back to slavery, is because she was inside of the house maybe, or for whatever reason, and I'm not saying she wasn't getting done wrong, but I'm just saying like living conditions. Like that would be like the only whatever. But outside of that, like it's always like it's a man's world, it's a man dominant stuff, like it's always that fight. But I think it started more in the structure, and because women are also Black and women, it's a double down.
Yeah, it's up from here though. Like Maggie said, we going up. Ain't even already made.
I want one too. Shit.
So what? Okay, so let me ask you this. Is The Rock, is that the goal, or is the message that the female rappers that are preaching today, or is that more of the goal? Because they're not.
What do you mean by what they preaching today?
Well, if you listen to City Girls, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, take your pick. And once again, I'm not sitting here shading this. But I'm asking, because these are two different goalposts. You know what I'm saying? Like a rock and what they talking about is. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you.
I feel like it's appealing to. I feel like it's appealing to your age group. I mean, I don't know nobody out here 30 years old still talking. I mean, 35 plus saying, "Oh, I ain't trying to." Nobody. everyone wants to be loved. I don't care who you are, how much money you make, what
Right.
kind of living you have. At the end of the day, nobody wants to come to a big ass mansion and lay in the bed and be alone. Like, that's definitely not the goal for people. But I really think that Meg and all those girls are just making like party music, and you know, and I mean, I listen to it too, but when I gotta listen to it by myself, I can't listen to it. I'm in the car with the girls. So
Right.
I mean, I feel like for me, it's been the goal because that's what I was raised around. My dad and my stepmom, they were married. Now, was their marriage perfect? No, but I learned from their marriage. So I always was want to think, even though I was in the hood, I was like, bro, I'm not having a kid at 18, or bro, I'm not just walking around here being a baby mama. Like, I'm definitely gonna be a wife before I have
For sure.
a kid. And that's just something that stuck with me from when I was like 16, because I had friends that was having sex 13, and I was like, bro, I was just not on that. First of all, I was scared as hell of my father. Who about to come home and tell their daddy that? So for me, it was always in my head that, and like I said, I was raised by my dad. He's a Muslim, so he always just instilled in me that, like, you're better than this. You're better than just talking to any guys. They need to respect you, and he's always put stuff like that in my head. So for me, the end goal was marriage. So it just was like, and to be honest, I just was, when we had talked about, like, you know, being married in college, or how long do you want to be in a relationship for? And I was like, shit, I don't know. You know, we cooling. But for real, when we started talking about marriage, I would start getting nervous, like, oh shit, this about to be the only nigga I'm talking to for the rest of my life. This is the only dick now. It was it was like, yeah, you're really gonna be the only one. No more. It's no more of that. But at the end of the day, it worked out. Everyone always like, oh, you did it the right way. And I'm like, no, I did it my way. That's just was my way. I feel like it ain't no right or no wrong way, because I feel like you needed college days to do your homework. Like, if you wouldn't know, everybody needed them.
Okay, but this, no, and I agree, but we can get to whole phases in a minute. But this is what I'm saying though. For the Black woman agenda specifically, the one that we're trying to get on the uprise, what I'm saying is that, for one, like, it's a two-part question now, is their message, because obviously, like, you're how old now? How old are you now, Ashley?
I'll be 31 in November 28th.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm grown now.
So, I know, right?
So my point is, you're an adult. You're a full-fledged adult. You pay your own bills. You take care of your family, whatever like that. Mm-hmm. You can listen to something for entertainment and not apply it to your life. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like I like, so part of my life, like the younger years of my life, like, I grew up more in a, you know, better neighborhood or whatever, and then, like, my parents split and I lived with my dad, and then it was like hood from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the older I got, it was like the poorer I got. It was the worst. But the point I'm making is, like, I remember being a teenager and being around, like, niggas in the hood. I never sold dope, whatever, but I was around these people and I looked up to them. Like, I almost wanted to do what they were doing just because they were the heroes in my environment. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that these women are heroes to the world, and especially nowadays, like, kids can see anything with the internet. There's no, you know, real hiding. So what I'm saying, once again, I'm not against their message. I'm not. This is not me asking, you know, I'm just asking, just in your thoughts.
Right.
Is what they're pushing helping the agenda or hurting? Because and the main reason I ask, and this is my last part of the question, is because I do feel like women are out for revenge right now on how, you know, on how they've been kind of shitted on. So that's where that this question is coming from in my head. So that's why I'm asking.
All right, I feel like I'm going to answer this from a mother's point of view, because I have 2 daughters.
Gotcha.
But I feel like, as me having 2 daughters, it's up to me to make sure that my daughters know what is right and what is wrong, and they will always uphold like the highest values. So I feel like, as a mother, that it doesn't matter. I'm going to let them know that, hey, like, y'all ain't have to be listening to this because this is for little girls. That's promoting like if you had a little girl singing pop that pussy just like that, you'll be like, hold the hell up. But you think it's cute. No, it's not cute. So it's just like, nah, we ain't doing that. But as a mother, I'm gonna let my kids know that first of all, we not doing this. This is for them hearing it's just not, it's not normal for a little kid to be walking around saying that, first of all. So I'm not gonna say they're hurting, but I don't think they're helping in entertainment, because I can't say it because we got rappers out here who are slinging guns. Are they helping or hurting our black men?
I will. No. But because this isn't about men, but I will answer that question. They're definitely not helping. I will answer that for you. They're definitely not helping. But I guess because a lot of people, a lot of women, especially who are mothers, they have that discrepancy. Like, I'll listen to it, but I won't let my kids. So is it really an age appropriate thing or age appropriate thing?
For sure.
But I'm saying, and I'm asking that because, so if your daughters were 21, this would be okay. You would be fine with them turning out like this.
Turning out or listening to?
Turning out. Like, they listen to it, and then now they have
Absolutely
bought into.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I agree with Ashley because you can listen to whatever the hell you want to listen to. You can listen to emo rock. You can listen to folk music, whatever. It all depends on how you was brought up and how your upbringing has developed you into making your decisions in life.
Mm-hmm.
Because me.
Ooh, say it, Meg.
Both sides of the spectrum. I want a husband, but I also want a pimp nigga. But I'm not out here, selling pussy. I'm not out here, I thirst trap to a limit, but at the same time, I also carry myself with enough respect to know that any random dude's not going to come up here and call me,
okay. So, Meg, I got a question for you, Meg. What do your innocent thirst traps look like? Is it like a little booty tube? Like what? Like, what do those look like?
Pictures.
Booty tube.
Something that if my parents would see, they would not have a heart attack. Okay?
Hey, Meggie, can I ask you something real quick? Could you just like really, really, really quick recap what you just said? Because I got a phone call and it cut my whole sound out, so I missed whatever you just said. I had to reconnect my whole thing. I'm sorry.
It all depends on the person's upbringing, because you can listen to whatever genre music, you can listen to whatever influences, but if you're that susceptible to the media without having proper, cognizance from what your parents told you as a child, because if your daddy never told you was beautiful, and then a random nigga comes up, they say, oh, you the finest girl I ever seen, of course you're gonna go run away with him and do whatever the fuck he wants to do, because you didn't have that nurturing growing up. And I'm saying I'm the best of both worlds because my parents were, I'm a divorced child too. My parents divorced, but my dad, he instilled the, knowledge and strength and, you're a strong black woman. Don't let any man, sway you into being his love slave, whatever the fuck. But at the same time, these niggas be fucking up. These niggas be fucking up. And sometimes, you're right, it is revenge. Like women, City Girl said it best. The price of pussy went up, okay? The price of pussy has gone up. Okay.
And what I'm asking is, so do you think the revenge is going to get us there, or do you think that it will be a different approach? That's what I'm asking.
It's for sure not gonna get us there.
Niggas be talking about pimping hoes, drugs, money, and guns. We talking about pimping niggas' dick and riding or whatever.
Right.
We're still talking. Rap music has been the same thing.
For sure.
It hasn't really changed.
Folk
music, controversial music is just a new thing. So just like how he was at the bottom with slavery, music is in the same, rap is in the same level.
Right.
Like we are slowly growing, but we ain't there yet. Not there yet.
No, for sure. And I think, but see, I think that the crazy thing about really anything, a lot of stuff gets, for lack of better terms, perverted. And what I mean by that is not like perversion, like sex or whatever, but I'm saying like rappers, whoever who talk about drugs, some of them are just saying it because they just know this is my reality. This is all I have to talk about. But then you can get a rapper who never sold drugs in their life can talk about the exact same thing and people will believe it. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because it's the culture. It's the cool thing. You're the hero.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying if we were talking about men, I would agree that the rap culture is definitely not helping the cause as far as on the men's side. And me being a man, I wouldn't necessarily be and I'm a man, I don't have kids, I don't have daughters, whatever. So like I can only speak for myself. So I wouldn't have a reason to tell women to, you know, put on clothes and don't shake their ass when they rap. You know what I'm saying? Why would I be arguing that point? You feel what I'm saying? So
I also feel like it's entertainment at the end of the day. So if all the girls are out here twerking, why wouldn't a rapper get out here and want to twerk? Because that's just the entertainment of it, the entertainment side of it, I feel.
But is that
but
okay?
My daughter's better not be twerking.
Not even after 18. Where's they 16? Come on, you can't.
But see, that's my point. That's the because see, I think it changes when people have kids. Because like when you're thinking of yourself, you like, yeah, I know how to control I know my limits, I know my whatever, but I don't want like nobody wants their daughter to be like way out there. Like it's one thing if you out here being grown, making grown decisions. But like if you know what I'm saying, but like if your daughter ended up like on some crazy, like if your daughter is like one of these celebrities whose pictures are leaked or are known for sex tapes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you would necessarily want that for your kid. But if it happened to you yourself, you probably could accept it. It's a difference, you know what I'm saying? Something you accept for yourself as opposed to your kids. And I think that's where it probably just that switch changes for people.
Yeah, for sure.
I got you.
For me.
The girl with 2 daughters, you know?
Right.
That is different.
Mm-hmm. They're very different.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this: what's your 2 black daughters, or low-key Mexican, or whatever they may be? Are you? Because their ages are what? They're like by like 6 and 4, 5, something like that. 3.
They're 4 and 2. 4 and 2.
Oh, okay. Wow, you got some pretty big kids. I thought they was a little bit older. Okay. Well, are either one at an age where you're already kind of making them aware of like, you know, their skin color and what that means, you know, growing up in this country?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like those conversations has to be organic. Like I would never bring it up to her, but I want my kids to love people. I don't want them to see skin color. But she actually came to me one day and says, like, Mom, that little girl was white. First of all, we had to sit, my husband, his mom, and had to sit down and talk to Zoe because Zoe thought she was white.
That's her complexion.
Yeah, so she would, because I had to see, like, why is she always saying that little black girl playing over there, or that little black girl, or that little black boy? So I said, Zoe, what color are you? And she says, Mom, I'm white. I said, no, you're not. You're a black girl. And she said, but no, I'm not, Mom. And she started making this face like, I'm not black. I'm like, yes, you are. And she's like, no. So she was like making this face like, baby, it's okay, baby. Black is beautiful. And she's like, but she was thinking that it's she was going to a daycare. And there's mixed little girls at that daycare, and Zoe and the mixed little girls are the same complexion, but you know they're mixed. So I think that she was thinking like they white, I'm white too, and I'm like, babe, that's not it. You're not white. And then we have neighbors that loves our kids like their own, and she's white. So Zoe's like, I wish I can be white like their family. I'm like, why do you want to be white? And she's like, so they can love me. But I had to let her know, like, you're loved whether you're white or black, and and your skin complexion, we don't have to talk about that. I had to keep telling her, you don't have to, because she will always say that little white boy or that little black girl. You don't have to say that. Just say that little boy or that little girl. So she really thought she was white for like a year.
For like a year. Oh wow. It's not even a phase. She was convinced.
Beyonce brown skin girl. Please.
I'm telling you.
My baby really thought she was.
My goodness, she needed. You just needed to just cut on next Friday, fry some chicken, give a watermelon, all that. Like, girl,
I know we really don't eat fried chicken like that.
That's why she thinks she white.
Yeah,
we don't do nothing black in this house. You want me to believe I'm black?
Yeah, because I don't even like watermelon. Never had Kool-Aid. This is how white our house is. I have made a pack of noodles. You know, I'm from the hood, so I keep a pack of noodles in the house. Right. So I'm eating noodles, and she said, "Can I have some?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Wow, these are good. Can we have these for dinner?" I said, "You sure can."
Yes,
absolutely. Oh my gosh. That is.
But yeah, to piggyback on your question, I try to make sure she don't see race, and I try to make sure that I just try to build her character, because I feel like at the end of the day, good character oversees anything. So my baby is gonna be a good judge of character. So that's what I try to raise in this house.
And with that character building, she not gonna be popping, twerking, just like that.
Yeah, she already know. In this house, we always dancing. You know how crazy our house is, Rudy. But I always tell her, don't put them hands on them knees. You here with it. You here with it. You here. Hands up. No, we not here.
Not put them hands on them knees. You are not a football player. Get your hands off your knees. What do you?
Oh man, that's so
my goodness. These are things, but this is interesting. This stuff I never even be thinking about, because I don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's
we ain't no hands on the knees, because it starts. I feel like everything starts at home. Everything starts at home. Like, I feel like I'm assistant kindergarten teacher. You would never want to send your child to kindergarten and expect me to teach your child everything. Like, you haven't taught your kid nothing at home. Right. You want me to get here and teach him how to spell his name and write his name and everything? That stuff stuff that you should have done at home. Right. So I feel like your home everything starts at home. Like right now, Zoe can spell her name. She's good in pre-K.
She knows she's black now. All that.
She definitely knows she's black, and now she's always saying it. But then she's seen that it's a dark skin. I'm talking about this little girl is so beautiful. Her skin is so chocolate, and she says, "Yeah, Mom, I'm black, but I'm not black as her. It doesn't matter." Her dad coming out.
I mean, it's like, baby, you got a point, but you don't have to say that. Don't say that.
Zoe and some soccer or something. That's you don't have to turn. She gonna have to he was like, I guess you're ducking her now, huh,
Zoe? Oh, she not doing no outdoor activities. I already tried.
Oh man, it's over.
My baby's a gymnast. Gymnastics. I guess she is white.
I'm telling you, she likes gymnastics, ice skating. We're like, okay, maybe.
And ramen. Not noodles, but ramen.
Ramen, right.
She said, "Can we eat this for dinner?" I was like, "Yes." We had to eat this for dinner all the time in DC.
For sure.
Mom that's all we had was noodles, but sure, eat it for dinner.
So let me ask you about that real quick. Just quick question. So, being the fact that you grew up in the hood, but you didn't know that you were in the hood, now that you know that you're out and you have kids, I get that you definitely don't want to live in the hood. But does your childhood experience make you really, really strive to give your kids like a way better life than you had, or because you didn't realize how bad you had it, it's not as, I guess, big of a thing?
For me, it's like I'm always gonna want the best for my kids, as every parent would. So the things that I would say, like, even though I was in the hood, we was rich with love. We had so much love. I had a mom, I had a stepmom, I had my dad. I was like community. I had even though we was like in the hood, we weren't like poor. We just was in the hood.
Right, for sure.
we had so much love, and that's one thing I make sure our girls have. They have it from me, they have it from their dad, they have it from our family. So that's one thing they will always have, is a lot of love. I'm always going to want to give them the best, because like my mom was saying, like when I was younger, she wanted me to be in ballet, but she couldn't afford it. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I'm gonna make sure my daughter can do those things, because shoot, I could have been the best ballerina out here. But she didn't have the money to do so. So my child, I feel like I'm gonna make sure that she wants to do whatever she want to do. We're gonna make sure it's done. She's gonna have the support. Now my family, they supported me with love, because they couldn't always come to all my track meets. I have five other siblings. My parents had to work like 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. So they wasn't coming to track meets and stuff like that. I knew as a kid that they just couldn't come. They got to go to work. So my kids is going to have me there. So I always was like, I'm picking a profession that I can, get off at good hours if my kids want to, have practice, because I'm going to be the one dropping them off, and I'm going to be the one doing this and that for them. Because I mean, even though my parents couldn't come, like that didn't stop the fact that sometimes I wanted to look up in the stands and see them there, you know what I'm saying, as a kid. So I know how that felt. So I'm not going to try to have my kids feel like that. But at the same time, I was very reasonable. Like I can look up there and be like, dang, they ain't there. But shit, when I go home, my light's going to be on.
Right.
They will have both of those. We can't wait for them to start doing sports. Look, here come one now.
Gotcha.
Let me see him. I want to see one.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
This is Corey,
the
younger one. And she don't look Mexican.
She look like her daddy. But I do want to say, Ashley, I feel like what you just said, that you want to give your kids you want to be there for your kids. You want to be the one to drop them off. You picked a profession specifically to be able to do that. I feel like that mindset aspect is helping the Black. That is what we doing.
Right.
A lot with our generation, maybe a little older. Our parents fucked up. I'm gonna say our parents fucked up, because I always say that my parents never nurtured my internal gift, right?
Right, for sure.
So, but I see so many other parents our age, older, that are like, oh no, my baby gonna do whatever the hell she want to do, and she gonna figure out whatever the hell she want to figure out, as long as it bring us the money. And I feel as long as y'all don't have kids, and just have kids and take care of them.
Right.
That's one thing I was gonna make sure. I was gonna make sure when I had kids that. And a lot of people feel like me and Jeff are weird because we planned our kids. Like everyone's like, they were both planned. I'm like, yeah, nigga. Like we gotta make sure they got Pampers and shit like that. You got that. They were definitely planned. Okay.
Right.
We ain't doing none of that over here. Planning them.
Most people say they wasn't planned, but you knew when you shot the club up that night. You felt it. You knew when you ain't pull out fast enough. So a lot of people be trying to act like it wasn't
Rudy,
planned.
when you getting married, Rudy? When you gonna have some kids and get married and all that stuff? You out here looking? You single?
I'm
Jeff said you go by Ruel.
I don't go by Ruel. But
he said he don't.
I don't know. I am single. But I don't know.
Ladies, if you're watching.
Hey, listen. Pandemic is. Hey, I ain't trying to be in nobody's face right now.
Damper on everybody's
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't trying to be in nobody's face right now.
Yeah, that shit rough.
Rudy said you ain't going out nowhere.
No, I be in the house.
Like this pandemic. Like, are you like Corona scared?
Well, I'm a homebody anyways. You know what I'm saying? So this just gave me a reason just to do everything I was already doing from home. Only thing I can't do outside is comedy. That's the only thing that sucks. But outside of that, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? But enough about me. So I got two more questions for you before we get out of here. One of them is our final question, but this question I did want to ask, because it was something that you brought up earlier. So I am curious, and I'm only bringing this up because you brought it up earlier. All right, I just want to be clear on that. So
No, I didn't, Jeff. I'm in a meeting.
A meeting.
Jeffrey.
This is
Hold up here in my ear like that.
She almost done. My God, y'all could be married.
that's the black man. The black man got to get some attention.
Got to, right? He like one of the kids. I got 3 kids.
That was the black man shit we talking about right there. No, so what I wanted to ask is because you mentioned, you said that college is a great time for people to get their whole phase out, right? Now being the fact that you met your husband in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made him the one, or what? Because I mean, y'all, to my knowledge, dated for a while, even prior to getting married. And not like 10 years, but at least, long enough. So
we've been married for 5 years. Oh, we've been married for 6. We just hit 6.
And y'all dated for how long?
We dated. We were married for 6, but we've been together 10.
Okay, so right.
To keep up with the
right. No, that's so what I'm saying is, so y'all got serious even prior to the holy matrimony is what I'm getting at. So what about him, or even getting married, or being in a serious relationship, like what broke your stride in reference? I'm not trying to say you was like the biggest hoe in the world, but I'm just saying, like, what stopped you from being a college
First of all,
girl?
it wasn't a stride. All right, it was a swift walk.
It's just my terminology. But what I'm saying is, you from you being this single college student,
right,
doing what college students do, to meeting somebody in college, and that being, because we know a couple people from EWC this has happened with. So I'm not saying like y'all were the only ones, but what happened in that whole transition? Like, what made that even be the final stop, I guess, if you will?
And it's weird because when I first met Jeff, I couldn't stand him.
Okay.
Like I really did not like him. Like,
gotcha.
He still was irritating, but he was hella irritating back then. But I would say like his persistence, like he was very like kept trying to get my number, and I guess I was intrigued by that. And in college, Jeff didn't have a car, and we was just riding. Like we was riding the bus. Like he was like, "You want to go tomorrow?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, but we gonna get on the bus because I'm from DC anyway. We get on the bus all the time." It wasn't nothing to me. It just was like our relationship early on just was natural. It just was so natural, like it is now. A lot of people like, oh, if they see us, they're like, oh, y'all look like siblings, or y'all don't act like a married couple. But I'm like, what do a married couple act like?
Right.
We're just normal. But for me, I had to say it was just him being persistent. And when I seen that Jeff wanted me to start going to church, I was like, oh yeah, he might be a good one, because I wasn't going to no church. I wasn't going to church. And he was like, well, you want to come with me to church in the morning? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna be getting from the club at like 2.
Church is at what, 10?
No, the club. We got the club out 2. We gotta go get something to eat.
Drunk, right?
So when I seen that, I was like, dang, this boy really want me to go to church. He really trying to get me to get my life together. I was like, yeah, I mean, why not give this a try?
Why not?
I ain't doing nothing else.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Jerk, Jeffrey, all that stuff. Handsome McGee, whatever he calls himself these days. Well, dope, man. Well, Meggie, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Nice meeting you, Ashley.
Nice meeting you as well. Thank you.
Black queens, keep their worth up here. Always.
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Ashley, you got anything that you want to plug or promote? You got whether it's websites, Instagram, stuff you selling, entrepreneur stuff, whatever.
I ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
I'm
Got
just
you.
a
Okay,
teacher.
being a mom.
Yeah, no.
Beautiful
I
black
wish I had so. I wish I had something to promote.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah. Don't your daughters got it? Don't they got a YouTube page or something?
yeah. Oh, thank you. Um, being a parent is all about being fake. Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
they kick a ball. You're like, yes, you kicked the ball.
Right, right.
Thank you. I really wanted one fry.
Right.
A random time. But no, man, I'm just chilling for the most part. I ain't got nothing to promote.
Your daughter's page.
Love.
What's your daughter's page? Your
Oh
daughter's
yeah, they do have a YouTube page, a YouTube channel, Zoe and Corey,
Oh.
where they do like fun stuff.
Cool. Kids
And you
stuff.
spent and Zoe is ZOE with two dots above
ZOE.
it.
And
Two dots.
KORI. Yes,
Gotcha.
I forgot I had my kids had a YouTube page. That's kind of makes me seem like a bad parent.
That's it. Well, now.
I think Jeff is way more into it than her because he
He
be
is
promoting
because
it.
he
Yeah.
he do all the camera stuff, he record them, he do all the editing and all that stuff. I told him that if he did them a YouTube page, well, that's what he would be responsible for. I got too much already on my hands. I will not be doing a YouTube page.
Gotcha.
But
Say
yeah.
no more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Meggie Megs, plug yourself. What you got?
What you got, Meg? Let me write it down.
Yeah. You can follow me on Insta at Meggums, Meggumz. I do have a YouTube page that's called Spa. That's MMM space SPA. It's the exaggerated truth of massage therapy because I'm a massage therapist and people piss me off, so I made a show about it.
For real. What will piss you off about being a massage therapist?
Men are disgusting.
Oh, they want like a happy ending?
Always. So
Always.
I have 6 episodes that are out now. The one that has the most views is the one about the happy ending.
I'm sure.
If they paid enough, would you?
Listen, I'm glad you asked. I had a client on, what was that, Wednesday.
What's that saying? Like, what is a handy J going for nowadays on the street?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what the rate of that is. But you know what the city girl said? The price of pussy went up. So if you want me to touch your dick, you're going to want me to fuck you. Okay? So if you want a happy ending, it's starting at $1K. Okay?
Gotcha.
Oh, those some nice hands.
Wow.
Those some really nice hands.
If you want me to do it, then you will pay for it. If not, then you're going to go find somebody else to do it. But that's my rate. So if you want me to touch your little nasty dick.
I'll stick with myself for free.
For real.
$1,000, Jesus.
Disgusting, and that's why I wrote it.
Oh, that's crazy. I really need to interview somebody and ask them like, yeah, so on the streets, like, what is Handy J's going for?
Handy J's.
You can find that out for me and let me know. I could incorporate it.
So what y'all in this corner? How much y'all selling it for?
Right.
Okay. Just come up with a notebook and
Handy J's.
Because they gonna want hand job, then they gonna want head, then they gonna want to fuck. Okay.
Yeah. In that order.
That's all expensive. That's expensive.
That's expensive.
I mean, oh, my bad. Go ahead, Rudy.
No. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry. I didn't know you. Go ahead.
I'm about to say, I mean, they out there because I just told Jack, like a man in my DMs kept telling me, can I be his sugar baby? I get him like all the time, telling me want me to be their sugar baby. He said he didn't even want nude. Jeff said, go ahead.
Oh, well, you know, that's y'all. You know, hey, what is a married couple supposed to look like?
He said, what, he didn't want you to text him? I said, Jesus Christ, I'm not doing that.
He's like, that's trying to make us some money, okay?
City boy. He was city boy. City boy.
These kids got gymnastics. All right, get that shit. All right. RudyComedy.com for me. Ashley, we appreciate you pulling up on us, man. Very, 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 very entertaining guest. This was lovely. This will be up in a few weeks. I'll make sure I get you this footage when it comes out. Megs, appreciate you. Y'all, make sure. Oh, you right. I'm glad you're here. And the reason why I forgot is because y'all are silly. Because y'all started talking about all this crazy shit and it threw me off. Okay, I'm blaming it on y'all. I totally forgot. My goodness. Okay, thank you, Megs. Ashley, the question of the day: do you mind if I call you bitch? That question basically is your interpretation of that word bitch. How do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Who can use it? Who can't call you it? Who can call you it? Men, women, gay man, whoever. Go.
Mm-hmm. For sure, gay men. I just gotta put that out there, like for sure, gay men. I have friends that can, and then I have friends that can't. I have work friends. You cannot,
Gotcha.
unless you want me to dig in your shit. I have friends that I've been friends with for a long time. Sure, go ahead. But we all know how to use it. You know, I mean, you say like, bitch, you tripping. You don't be like hardcore.
Right.
And then, it need to be some soft to it. It need to be like, bitch. It don't need to be like, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the difference. It's the difference. I've never been the type of person to say, "Oh, I'm a bad bitch." Sure, I have never said it. I don't have I don't feel any type of way of girls to say they're a bad bitch or anything. I don't say that about myself.
You wear cardigans. I get it. You wear cardigans.
Yeah. You feel me? I wear cardigans. So I don't say like I'm not out here like, oh, I'm a bad bitch or this and this and that, because I just don't, because I wouldn't want my kids saying that. So I'm a very conscious person. So I know my kids are always looking at things I do. Like, I'm the type of person who dress one way with my child and then dress another way when I'm not with my kids. Okay. When I'm at a beach, I might wear a one piece. When I'm not with them, I'm in a two piece. It's all about what they see. For me, is what's important. So if I'm going around calling myself like a bad bitch, then my kids are going to grow up at 15 or 16 thinking they bad bitches. No, that's not what we're doing. So, friends for sure, gay men for sure. My husband or a man, they can never refer to me as that, because I'm more. I feel like if a man can say that to me, oh, she a bad bitch, why couldn't I be a bad queen?
Right.
Yeah. So why couldn't I be something, different? So for a man, my husband can never say, oh yeah, my wife a bad bitch. No, he won't say, oh, I got a queen on me, with me or something like that. It's never, no man cannot do it. And it's just because you wouldn't want your father out here saying, my bitch, my daughter, that's a bad bitch.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
So nah, it's a couple of groups that can, and all those groups are friends and stuff like that. Even though my husband is my ultimate, he's my best friend. He just knows just the society of you just not about to say that to me.
Gotcha.
Right. Amen.
Period.
Dope shit. Okay. Period. Well, that's officially
so, Rudy, when I'm coming back on the show, Rudy?
This is it. This is one time. No, I'm just kidding. No, you can't. No,
Rudy, I got a group of friends that will turn the show out, Rudy.
Bring them. When do you want to bring? When you want to bring them? You want to bring them?
It's a group of us. Is like about 6. They'll get on here too, Rudy. I'll talk to you off air.
Okay. Well, then this is officially over. Thank you, anybody, for watching. Every single Saturday on No Life Boys Production YouTube channel, NOLIFEBOYZZZ Productions. Follow us all. All that shit. Okay, we out.